What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we got something a little different. So as you guys can see, I have a little collection here, and I just wanted to quickly go through and show you guys what I have in terms of my movies. I'm gonna go through, show you guys what my favorites are, maybe my least favorites. I don't really technically have least favorite. I always keep good stuff, but yeah, man, I just want to show you guys real quick what I have. Might do another video on what I'm reading too. I've been catching back up on comics lately, so I might show you guys my collection on that. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the video, and yeah, man, let's just get right into this. I got movies. I have one TV series, and then yeah, it's mostly movies here. You guys can see already here what I have, but yeah, man, let's get right into it. All right, so first I have, this is a big one, The Boy and the Heron. Gotta get this, you know what I mean? I got this last year, I believe it was. It's not last year, earlier this year. But yeah, man, this is gas. Studio Ghibli, of course. Gotta have that. Gotta have some Ghibli in your collection, you know. Miyazaki, he's the GOAT. This is the 4K UHD version. It comes with the slip cover and all that. Yeah, man. So that's that. What else we got? Let's see. This is the season 1 of Arcane. You know what I mean? Gotta have that as well. Arcane, super fire. I'm still finishing up the last season. This is the season 1. I'm surprised when they announced it that they were ending it. I was surprised that they were ending it that soon, but yeah, man, really love that show. And yeah, let's see what's next. All right, so I grabbed the rest of my collection so far. As you can see, the shelf is now emptied up in the back over there. So next we got Planet of the Apes trilogy. Probably the greatest, one of the greatest trilogies ever. Matt Reeves is the GOAT, and we will be hearing about Matt Reeves again later on in this video for my prized possession. Hint. Yeah, man, we got all 3 of the movies, the OG with Franco, and then of course Dawn and Rise in there as well. Dawn and War. All of these movies are 4K Ultra HD, except for like maybe 1 or 2. Gotta have that. So yeah, man, what's next? What we got? This one is a little more light. This is just the Batman Death in the Family. Big fan of the Under the Red Hood movie. So when they announced this, I thought it was pretty cool. Interactive movie. This was light. Nothing too crazy. Then we're gonna stick on the superhero genre for a little bit. Got Zack Snyder's Justice League, one of my prized possessions. I had to get this one. When they first announced this was coming out, I was geeked, so I had to go ahead and get that. Cause you never know, man. Some things, everybody knows you gotta have a physical collection, because stuff is getting taken off streaming or digital, so you never know nowadays. So I always knew, like, as soon as they were gonna put this movie out physically, I was gonna go ahead and cop that. So yeah, man, once again, that's 4K Ultra HD. Again, sticking with the superhero, my favorite trilogy ever, the Dark Knight trilogy. Go ahead and focus up. Uh-oh, the greatness is throwing off the cam. There it is. Y'all see it. It's a little dusty, but y'all see it. Yeah, man. Chris Nolan, probably my top 3 favorite actors of all time. We got as follows: Begins, you know what I mean? There we go. TDK, of course, and The Dark Knight Rises. We got all 3 of those, all in 4K. These are bangers. Playing them on my PlayStation is always a treat. Whenever I watch these movies again, I always try and pull out the disc. Of course, it's on streaming and everything, but I have the opportunity to watch it in the best quality possible at home, so might as well take a couple minutes to go ahead and pull this bad boy out. Next, we got probably my favorite movie that came out this year. Well, that year it came out. Everything Everywhere All at Once. So goated. Yeah, man, Michelle Yeoh is amazing. So seeing this, I watched this in theaters and then I came home and watched it at the house. Had to get this immediately. Super glad it won all those awards. Yeah, man, what we got next? Let's see. Uh-oh, I'm going into some more genre now. We got Alien 6-film collection. Oh yeah, focus up. Focus up. But yeah, y'all get the point. We got Alien 6-film collection. This one is Blu-ray. Got Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, and Alien Covenant. Y'all let me know which Alien movie is your favorite. Me personally, of course, Aliens. Gotta stick with Aliens. Speaking of sticking with Aliens, next we got Alien Romulus. Man, when I tell you, this movie is so gas. I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. Of course, it got the slip cover. That's the, I mean, got all of that going. This movie was so fun. Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, goated, super goated. Speaking of space, this is probably, if anyone asks about me, this is my favorite movie of all time. My favorite Nolan, Interstellar, bro. Interstellar. I might even go and watch this after this video. Anytime I see a clip of it online, any scene, I have to go and watch it. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I stop and go and watch Interstellar. This movie, God tier. Don't care what nobody say. What else we got, man? Ooh, oh yeah, my boy. There was just some news I read out earlier today that they're gonna be getting a Heat sequel, and Leo's in it. Adam Driver, someone else big just is in talks right now. I forget, I have to look it up, but yeah, man, Heat, one of my favorite heist movies, bank robbery movies. This along with what's the Ben Affleck movie? God, I'm blanking right now. The Town. That movie. Those two are like my favorite heist movies ever. Let's see. Uh-oh, we about to reach the Spider-Man land. Here we go. We got Into the Spider-Verse. Had to get the first one. You know, this is like one of the first of its kind genre breaking movie, you know, so had to get this. Particular movies, like my collection may seem a little crazy, but I always try and get movies like you know, Into the Spider-Verse kind of broke the mold, and so I try to get movies like that into the collection and like mix it up outside of just like the must-haves. I wanted to get that. I kind of don't know why I got this, but maybe it was like the extra 80 minutes or whatever that it's saying that it was on there. But sticking with Spider-Man, we got No Way Home. You know what I mean? Gotta have it. It's all right. What else we got? Ooh, I don't know why I got, oh, you know what? I know why I got this. Aquaman. I love the action in this first movie, and the CGI also looked great. This was before Way of Water came out, so I was just like, yo, before that came out, I'm like, yeah, this is the best underwater visual effects I've ever seen. And then of course Big Jim Cameron came through and smoked all that. But yeah, man, James Wan is a goat, bro. He's a goat. His action is crazy. Speaking of him, if y'all haven't seen Malignant, super underrated movie. The action is crazy in that as well. Need to go ahead and tap into that. Let's see what we got next. We got some more Nolan on the way. Tenet, had to get this. This one is significant because action is crazy. This one was another movie that I unfortunately did not get to see in theaters due to COVID. So I just, you know, I had to get it off the strength of that just alone, you know. There's another one of those big movies that I had to go ahead and get, you know. Now let's see, we're nearing the end of the collection. We got a couple of more here, and then I'm going to show you guys my big prize possession that I told you about earlier. But I had to get this one next. We had to get Sinners, you know what I mean? Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler. the goats. This one was so good. It has the expanded aspect ratio sequences in this, which I'm so glad Warner Brothers did that, because they didn't do that, which I'm still mad. Warner Brothers, what's wrong with y'all? They didn't do that for this movie, Dune Part 2 or Dune Part 1. I did not buy Dune Part 1 because of that fact. I kind of had to get Dune Part 2 because I loved it so much. I didn't really I still do care that they don't have the expanded aspect ratio. Kind of sucks, but I had to get it, you know, just for collector's sake. One day, if they freaking, you know, get some common sense and finally put out like maybe like a 2-pack with Dune Part 1 and 2, or maybe they'll wait a couple years and then they'll do like a big 3-pack with the expanded IMAX ratio, that would be fire, and I would definitely go ahead and cop that. What else we got? We have another Nolan. I'm starting to sense a pattern. Y'all saw it in the front of my shelf when it was still on there. Had to get Oppenheimer, you know what I mean? The whole the craze going on with during Barbie and Oppenheimer was a good time in the cinemas. Watched both of those in theaters. Oppenheimer was incredible in IMAX, you know. We're coming up, like I said, near the end, and we're getting into my more prestige, I like to call the prestige side of my collection. This one, I keep these wrapped. I have 4 of them. The first one I'm gonna show you guys is Akira. This came out pretty recently, actually. Probably about, I want to say 6 to 8 months ago. It hasn't been that long. Yeah, this came out not too long ago. I had to get this Akira, man. I've watched a lot of this movie, and I told myself that I was gonna stop and buy it physical and then continue it, and I kind of just haven't got back around to it. Next we got some Scorsese. Had to get some Scorsese. Mean Streets, you know. This is the Criterion closet side of this haul of mine. So Criterion had a sale recently, and I bought 3 movies, one of them being Mean Streets. Had to get that. Next one we got was In the Mood for Love. Had to get this movie. There's a scene in here that also directly inspires one of the final scenes in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I felt like that was a cool little 1-2 punch to have both of these in the collection. And then finally, in my prestige collection from my Criterion side, I got Thelma and Louise. One of the few blind spots I have in the movies that I've watched in my life. I have yet to see this. I don't know if I'm gonna open it. I might. I'm not really one of those sticklers for keeping things sealed or everything. I just literally haven't gotten around to watching these particular discs yet. So I'm gonna open them up eventually and get to it. But yeah, man. Let me show you guys now. If you stayed this long, of course, like, subscribe, and share the video if you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what your favorite movie in the collection. Have you guys seen all of them? Let me know your thoughts on them. And yeah, man, now I'm gonna show you guys my prized possession. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let's get all these movies out of the way. All right, y'all ready? Look at this, man. The Batman. We got the 4K UHD collector's edition of the Batman. It has the Catwoman cover on there. Y'all see it. Y'all see it, man. Y'all see it. Of course, we got the slip cover. I always like to keep my slip covers. I wish there was like some way to attach them after you take off the seal, but I don't feel like throwing them away. I don't want to throw them away. So I like to keep the back part. Got the slip cover here, of course. Got that. Look at the jawline on Robert Pattinson. And yeah, man, that is my prized possession. Only because it has the big whole setup here. It's like a really nice like texture and everything. The bat suit and all that. It kind of has a little pop out It's a little 3D sort of kind of little ridges and stuff in it. It's the back. It's just, you know, the Batman sign on each side. So yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So this is my favorite like piece of mine in my collection. Gotta say, don't know if it's my favorite movie, but it's definitely my favorite collector's item here. Probably the next movies I'm thinking about getting, I know Criterion has another sale. I'm thinking about doing that. I've also watched the first 2 of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I got about 45 to an hour into the 3rd movie, the extended versions of all 3 of those. And I watched the first 2 maybe about 2 years ago maybe, at this point. And I have yet to get back around to finishing the 3rd movie, but I'm loving it. It's so good. I want to finish up the Lord of the Rings show too, but I might go ahead and get the full collection of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, man. I might have to go ahead and get that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in my collection. Next time I'm gonna show you guys, like I said, my maybe I'll show you guys some of my Funko Pops as well, and my comics collection also back there in the closet. I got a bunch of stuff coming in. I've been catching back up on comics lately. I have some omnibuses, I have current stuff, some classic stuff, some Jack Kirby and everything. Got a little bit of Final Crisis, you know what I mean? Just a little stuff for the next video. Make sure you guys stick around for that. But yeah, man, like I said, this is fun to do. This is one of my first, if not my first, like full screen sit down video, desktop video, versus like a gaming or a short or a movie review that you guys might have seen on the channel. Which, by the way, if you don't know, really big into movies. I write about them a lot. I have my own website, inkevinsworld.com. You guys can go check out the reviews on there. If you want to check it out on YouTube, you can stay here also as well. I post them on YouTube Shorts. I post them on TikTok. You guys can go see all of that there. All right. And yeah, man, just been enjoying what I'm doing, been streaming a lot, and yeah, just building up my collections, whether it's from the movies or the comics. Couple Funkos. My Funkos right now it's worth a pretty penny at this moment. I'm gonna hold on to them a little bit longer, you know, see if the market goes up on it. I know Funko might be going out of business soon, but anyways, enough rambling. This was fun. Hope you guys liked that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the video. Again, tell me what your favorite movie is that I showed you guys in my collection, and whether or not you guys seen all of them or not. All right, catch you guys on the next one. Okay, peace.